All right, number 5, snails. Snails can move 16 centimeters per minute. As I'm reading a word problem, I'm always thinking in my mind what's going on, and I see here that they just told me that snails are moving 16 centimeters per minute, and that should pop into your mind right away that that is a ratio or a rate. It's telling me that a snail here can move 16 centimeters per minute, and remember that per stands for 1, so 1 minute. So we know now that this problem can probably be solved with a proportion since it has a rate in it. And then it says if a snail travels for 3 hours, how far will it travel? So our third number is 3 hours. Now I know I'm going to be using proportion already, but when I go to set up this proportion, I'm labeling the top number the same and the bottom number the same. And then I go to put this 3 hours in here and I notice I have a problem now. I don't have a place where I can put 3 hours, so I have to think about where does that 3 go best? Does it go best with this centimeters or does it go best with minutes? Well, hours has to deal with time and minutes have to deal with time. So then I have to think about, okay, it goes with minutes here better than centimeters, but what do hours and minutes have in common? Well, we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we need to know how many minutes 3 hours are. So there's 1 hour, here's 2 hours, and here is 3 hours. I labeled each one of them 1 hour because each box represents 1 hour, which is also 60 minutes. So now I can say, okay, well 3 hours here, 60 minutes each, we're going to take 3 and times that by 60. 3 times 6 is 18, and then I put that 0 on, so now I know 3 hours is 180 minutes. So I can substitute that 3 hours for 180 minutes because it's the same exact thing. Put my variable up here for centimeters because that's what we want to find out. How far will the snail travel in 3 hours? Well, our 3 hours is here. Here's our distance going to travel. We don't know what that is yet. That's why we have a variable. To solve, we're going to cross multiply and divide. And if you notice, we're dividing by 1. And what happens to numbers when we divide by 1? They stay the same. So we don't really have to divide by 1. So all we really have to do is take this 180 and multiply it by 16, and that will give us our answer for how far a snail travels in 3 hours. See you on the next problem.